Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's discussion about the topic managing insurance. So we have here the learning goals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just read the goals, then we go directly to the discussion. So we have here managing insurance. We have here the life insurance. We'll be discussing life insurance, health insurance, when the property and automobile insurances. First, we will discuss what is life insurance. But before we discuss all these things, allow me to impart you what do we mean by risk. In most common people, common language of Filipinos, if we are going to include insurance, then the thing is, majority of the Filipinos do not engage or have insurance in their selves. So as part of the orientation, I am going to introduce you why do we have to have insurance. Beforehand, allow me to discuss what do you mean by risk. Risk, as highlighted in color yellow, risk is a chance of economic loss. What do you mean economic loss? Of course, that all pertains to money. All the uncertainties that goes along with the loss of money. Then how do we, so another term here, we have risk avoidance. Avoiding an act that would create risk. Now, if, for example, ayaw mong maksidente, hindi ko ayaw mong maksidente, don't drive. Simply, no? That's risk avoidance. Ayaw mong masunog ang kamay, then don't cook. That's simple. But there are accompanying disadvantages. Why are you not going to engage risk avoidance? If, for example, ayaw mong masunog ang kamay mo, di wag magluto, di anong kakainin? No? Ayaw mo mag-drive, hindi wala ka man bang option kundi maging driver. So impossible na we will have to avoid risk, because when we avoid risk, then there will be no activity. The another one is loss prevention. Ano yan? An activity that reduces the probability that a loss will occur. Say, for example, accident. Accident happens when you drive fast. So ang gagawin mo, you drive slow. Sige, subukan mo mag-drive slow. Eh, di ba putaktihin ka ng yung mga pasahero sa kabagal sa biyahe. No? Then loss control. Any activity that lessens severity or loss once it occurs. So, say for example, to reduce the damage of fire, so maglagay tayo ng fire extinguisher. To reduce the damage when there is what we call as accident, especially head-on, yung banggaan talaga, then we have airbags. Lalagay natin sa sasakyan. There are so many designs now available on Facebook, no, that will serve as protection against self when uncertainties happen, such as accident. And then risk assumption. The chance to accept and bear the risk of loss. So ito yung, that is what is real. Nandyan yung risk, pero you are going to face it out, no? Hindi pwedeng, you have to protect yourself against risk because risk is there. Now, bakit tayo magkakaroon ng insurance? Because we are going to transfer risk to insurance companies. That is the chance of economic loss. And para ma-prevent mo yun, when untoward incidents and accidents will happen, then you are going to divert risk. out of your own pocket. That's why magkaroon tayo ng insurance para ang insurance mag-shoulder. Just in case there will be irregularities. So what do you mean by insurance policy? It is the contract between the insured, yung nagpa-insure, and the insurer, yung may-ari ng company ng insurance, in which insurer agrees to reimburse the insured the losses suffered according to specified terms. Thus, ang risk ngayon, ita-transfer natin sa insurance company. And that's the purpose of insurance company. We are going to avoid, no, we cannot avoid risk, but we are going to transfer the outcome when we engage on risk assumptions. Okay. Then why we are going to buy insurance policy? So that when uncertain events to happen, we are going to protect dependents from financial loss. An example to that is untimely death of the head of the family. Puntakin mo, imagine mo kung walang insurance, mamatay ang head of the family, ano mangyayari sa dependents, di ba? Then we have here the benefits of life insurance, financial protection, na state na yan earlier. Then protection from creditors. Yung sabihin ng creditors, pag nagpapautang ka, namatay yung pinautang mo, ano? It will be answered later on. Tax benefits, okay? Kapag nagbayad ka ng insurance, pwede mo siyang ibawas as deduction, no? And then, vehicle for savings. Meron mga insurance companies na out of the coverage of insurance, health, and other, meron siyang savings. Now, I have a plan with that. No? Meron akong isang plan yan with one of the insurance companies sa Pilipinas. The next slide, we have determining insurance needs. Magkano ba ang insurance na kailangan ng isang tao? No? It can be computed with two methods. We have the MEM and the NAM. MEM means multiple earnings method. This is to calculate the insurance needs by multiplying the gross annual income by a factor. And then the NAM, or the needs analysis method, which is quite tasking, considering financial obligations and available financial resources in addition to life insurance. In this discussion, we'll only discuss MEM. We will not discuss NAM. No? The example of how to compute the insurance needs of a certain person. Say, for example, the monthly gross income of a person is 30,000. How much insurance is needed? So, ang sabi kasi sa MEM, gross annual income. So, ang given dito sa example is 30,000 per month. That's why we are going to multiply it by 12 to convert it into gross annual income. And by a factor, ang 5 is minimum, ang 10 is maximum. So, 3 million times 12 times 5, the requirement for insurance of this person earning 30,000 is 1.8 million. That's minimum. But when you talk of the maximum, that will be 30,000 times 12 times 10, double, no? 3.6 million pesos if it is in peso denominator. Okay? So take note of that because you'll be having exercises on that. Then kinds of insurance policy. We have the term life, the whole life, and the universal life. Universal life. What do you mean by term life? Term life specify the amount of insurance protection for a set of period. Say for example, 5, 10, or 30 years. And then the premium will be paid annually, semi-annually, or quarterly. Say for example, 10 million, magkano ang bayad? So for 1.8 million as examples, ano yung premium for that? Either annually, semi-annually, or quarterly. So we have two terms. We have the straight term and we have the decreasing term. Straight term, amount of coverage remains unchanged on a level premium. Say for example, pag lumalaki kasi ang edad ng tao, mas lumalaki yung possibility niya o risk. No? Hindi lang accident, kundi yung deterioration ng human body. Na? Kasi ang sa insurance talaga, death and disability ang binibigyang pansin or tiin. No? So sa straight term, kung pare-paras ang premium, say at the age of 65, no? Nagbabayad ka ng 550 or 1,550 a month for a period of 10 years, 5 years. And then ang coverage mo is 1.8 million of insurance. So, hindi nagbabago yung term, yung coverage mo 1.8 pa rin, maski lumalaki yung edad. Ito namang decreasing term, yun, kinoconsider yung edad. Now, the coverage decreases. Pantay-pantay lang ang premium until age 65. Yung 65, yun yung yung maximum year kasi na mag-retire yung tao. No? Okay. So, that is for term life insurance. Ito naman, whole life insurance. Ito yung has savings feature called cash values, usually 4% to 6%. No? Ito yung binanggit kanina. Na? Sa term life, puro insurance lang yan. Pero sa whole life, meron na savings component. No? Your money will earn 4% to 6% per annum. Dito naman, continuous premium. So, level premium, ibig sabihin, yan lang ang rate ng payment hanggang mamatay yung insured. No? Meron din tayong limited premium, 20 to 30 years paying period. Then after that, you will be insured the whole life. And we have also single premium, one cash payment lang. No? Mababayad ka ng 500,000, then covered ka ng another 500,000. And then your money will earn 4 to 6% per year. Para magang pagkatong whole life insurance, ang libre na sa dito insurance. Ang focus dito is investment. Whatever proceeds sa money in-invest mo sa kanila. Kasi yung pera naman nilagak natin sa insurance, hindi naman natutulog yun. They are managing it on a logical and very accurate investment profiles. No? Then we have the universal life. Parang pinagsama niya ang term at whole life insurance. Okay? Ano yung term niya ulit? Magbabayad ka within specified period. And then yung whole life naman, magbabayad ka 20 to 30 years, and then you're covered the whole. Yeah? Okay, so universal life insurance, advantages and disadvantages. So advantages, flexibility and savings features. Diba? Sa term life, meron kang insurance. Sa whole life, meron kang investment. So it's a combination. You have insurance at the same time your money is earning. And then, of course, when you take this plan, yung plan na to is of higher premiums. And meron siyang mga heavy fees. And then other types of insurance, the variable life, the group life, the credit life, mortgage life, and industrial life. Ano yung variable life insurance? Is more of an investment vehicle. So ang variable life, hindi talaga siya insurance, kundi parang investment policy. It looks similarly like for life insurance, isn't it? No? But they have terms. So depending on the policy you're engaged to with insurance companies. Ito naman group life, para sa mga cooperative, sa mga company, no, na they are insured as one. Ang naka-insured yung company, yung credit union, say for example like that. So kung umuutang ka sa PCC, say for example, sa ibang mga company, ikaw, ini-insured ka, no? With a group life. Para protection din yan sa kanila, just in case, no? Sa ano naman, sa ibang mga company, nag-engage sila ng group life, mas mababa ang premium usually with group life insurance compared to individual, no? Then credit life, insurance needs for loans. Kapag ka naglo-loan ka sa bangko, para ba ang liability insurance siya, just in case ang utang mo 30,000, ini-insured ka rin ng 30,000. Bakit ka mo? Kasi once meron mangyari sa iyo, either death or disability, hindi ka na makabayad, ang insurance claims ang magbabayad sa balance mo. No? Ito na ang mortgage life. So lahat na ito inisyo sa mga naka-insured na umuutang na ang ginamit na collateral ay sasakyan or bahay, no? Mortgage kasi, mortgage balance. Di ba ang definition natin ng mortgage is yung mga secured loan. Pwedeng mortgage itself, kanyari, bumili ka ng sasakyan, yung sasakyan mismo na ginagamit mo, yun yung collateral. Meron ding nakatira ka sa subdivision, yun mismong tiniran mo subdivision, yun yung collateral. So yun yung mga mortgage. Or either, umutang ka sa bangko, then sinurrender mo yung property mo, bahay mo, na magiging collateral din, naka-mortgage din yun. Na? Yan yung mga mortgage. And then, they are insured. No? Kasi, yun nga ang argument dito lahat naman ng mga property secured. No? Just in case lang na mamatay, saka lang mag-activate yung mga mortgage life na ganyan. No? Okay, industrial life, insurance policies of small face amount, 10,000, 20,000, or 50,000. Usually, even if DC Buona Lulier, M. Lulier, they are also offering industrial life insurance, yung mga 10,000 coverage. And then, meron kaming na-encounter dati na policy ng school. Pwede rin sa DOSST, tingnan nyo kung magkano yung insurance ninyo. So, meron yan it's either group life or industrial life. Kasi ang industrial life, specific naman to, mga small amounts. No? Then, ang bayad nito is taunan. No? Okay. Next slide, life insurance contract features. We have the beneficiary clause. Sino yung mga beneficiary? Sila yung receive. Who will receive the benefits of the policy of the insured? Just in case mamatay or magkaroon ng aksidente, ma-disable, ang tatanggap ng benefit ay ang beneficiary. And then we have here primary and contingent. Yung primary, yung surviving direct relatives, anak, asawa. No? And then contingent, surviving secondary beneficiary and leo or primary beneficiary. For example, wala siya ang insured, walang asawa. No? Ang mga anak, maliliit pa. So, ang niya, next in line na maging beneficiary ay yung parents. Okay, so, sila yung contingent. Okay? Sila mag-receive, just in case, hindi pa sa legal age yung direct or primary beneficiaries. Next is settlement option. Ito yung settlement. Ang settlement means, ayun yung pagbabayad ng insurance sa insured ng mga benefits. Una, meron tayong tinatawag na lump sum. Parang ganun din ito sa usapan ng mga SSS na lump sum. Ibig sabihin, minsan na lang ibigay ang benefit. Meron namang interest only. Ibig sabihin, ibinibigay lang ay interest to the beneficiaries. Okay? Then, meron yung term siyempre later on. Then, fixed period, the face amount of policy plus interest is paid to the beneficiary. So, yung face value, Say for example, 100,000 plus the interest paid to the beneficiary. Then fixed amount. Beneficiary receives fixed amount in regular payments, monthly. Para bagang SSS na matanggap tayo ng monthly. No? Then life income amount paid for the rest of the life of the beneficiary. Yun yung man nag-survive yung claim. Transcend pa yung benefits hanggang buhay pa ang beneficiary. Na? Okay. Meron kasi claims na humihinto in specified period of time. Pero itong life income, habang buhay, ang beneficiary, bibigyan sila ng kanilang benefits. Meron kasi iba na di-disqualify kapag umabot na ng certain age. And another one is policy loans. So yung policy loans, secured by the cash value of the insurance policy. Itong cash value, in every year na mag-mature yung policy mo, meron yung equivalent na cash value. Pero yung cash value na yan is less than the amount you paid. So for example, nakabayad tayo ng 1 year at 10,000 per month. So that will be 120,000. Ang cash value niyan, definitely, mas mababa sa 120,000. At yun yung pwedeng i-loan. Sino maglo-loan? Ang insured. Sino magpapaloan? Ang insurer. Pero nakakapagod tingnan kasi parang tayong niluto ng sarili nating mantika, di ba? Pera natin, ilo-loan natin. No? And then definitely, kung magkano naibayad mo, hindi naman yun ang full amount na maloloan mo, kundi yung equivalent cash value niya. It is less than how much you paid for the period. Then premium payments. Amount paid in advance. Annually, semi-annually, quarterly. Sa insurance talaga, advance ang pagbabayad. Hindi pa kagaya ng postpaid. Ang insurance is prepaid. Before you avail it, say for example, for a period, ang pagbayad mo yan advance. The start of the coverage, doon ka magbabayad ng premium. Prepaid siya. Then grace period, number of days allowed by insurer in case of premium payment default. Ano yun? Say for example, nagbabayad, di ba advance ang insurance payment? Nagbayad ka January 2019. So nag-due siya January 2020. Pero hindi ka nakabayad noong January 2020. Say for example, 19 yung due date mo. So ang usually na grace period is 30 days. No? Ano ibig sabihin ng grace period? Maski hindi ka nakabayad until February 19 at may mangyari sa'yo, covered ka pa ng insurance. So 30 days. So what you're going to do is, in order to maintain an insurance active, kailangan magbayad ka ng payment. Either monthly, annually, semi-annually, or quarterly. Depende yan sa plano. No? Okay. Ang policy reinstatement, ano ibig sabihin yan? As for previous example, meron kang 30 days grace period, pero lumampas ka, hindi ka nakabayad, ang plan mo yan is inactive. Pag merong mangyari after the grace period, wala nang sagutin ng insurance dyan. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin mo na nawawala na yung pera mo doon. Just in case may investment portfolio sa insurance mo, no? So, ang gagawin mo is you are going to reinstate your policy. Babayaran mo lang ulit kung magkano, plus merong mga penalties yan, may reinstatement fees yan, and then your account now will become active. Active ulit. The next, change of policy, switching from one policy to another. So either ang coverage ng insurance mo dati is 100,000 lang, gusto mong lakihin, gawin mong 1 million. Or for 30,000 example kanina, 1.8 lang siya. Pero gusto niyang palakihan, gawin niyang 2.5 million. Pwede po yan. Na? Then disability clause, waiver of premium benefit. Just in case, say for example, ikaw active, no? Na-aksidente, na-disabled. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Magbabayad ka pa ulit? Hindi na. No? Ito yung disability clause. Di ka na magbabayad pero ang insurance mo active pa rin until death. Wala nang premium payment yan. Okay? Then guaranteed purchase. Purchase of additional policy. Pwede kang bumili ulit ng insurance policy. And then claim it. No? Kaso lang later on may kaibahan yan sa property. No? Then suicidal clause. Sabihin itong suicide. Ang tanong dito, meron bang coverage kapag nag-suicide ang insured? The answer is no. Wala, no? Once na-prove na nag-suicide siya, di siya makaklaim ng insurance. Then another one, exclusion. Hindi rin tinatanggap sa insurance yung nagtatrabaho ka sa aviation. So, for example, piloto. No? War, sundalo. Hazardous occupation. Ang trabaho mo, coach ng paraglide. Sumasama ka sa tinuturoan mong nag-gliding. Or hobby mo ang parachuting. Talon sa aeroplano, tapos mag-parachute. Hindi mo yan tinatanggap ng insurance. No? That's exclusion. So, insurance. Another one is managing insurance in terms of health. So, ito yon. You just read the learning goals, then proceed with the discussion. Now, sa health, we have two types of healthcare plans. We have the private and the public. Yung public, in short, gobyerno. Yung private, in short, hindi gobyerno. So, lahat ng mga hindi gobyernong operation in terms of health, they are private. Okay? So, what do you mean by PHIC? Private Health Insurance Company. Sila yung mga companies na nagbebenta ng health insurance, either group or individuals. Sino naman itong mga group? As discussed earlier, pwede yung mga company, no? Other than public health insurance, they will also opt to have private health insurance. So, group health insurance, anong ibig sabihin nun? It's a written contract between a group. So, ang group, pwedeng employer, pwedeng union, pwedeng cooperative. And healthcare provider. Example, in the Philippines, sa mga healthcare provider na public, we have the Medicard, MaxiCare, IntelliCare. Sino yun sila? Sila yung magbibigay ng health services. Usually, ano yan? Either inpatient, outpatient, either hospitalization. Meron siya mga terms and we will be discussing it later. Na? So, categories of private health insurance company. We have the traditional indemnity. We have the managed care plans. So, ano yung traditional indemnity? Ito yung nagbabayad ka ng insurance at the certain premium levels, at the certain duration. Pero, just in case na mag-claim ka, merong sharing. No? Usually, ang sharing is 80-20. Ano ibig sabihin ng 80-20? Ang 80 is shoulder ng PHIC. No? Pero ang 20%, yun yung shoulder ng may-ari or yung insured. Say for example, nagkaroon ka ng bill na 10,000. So ang PHIC, magbabayad ng 8,000. So counterpart ng may-ari, 2,000. Pero in some cases, yung mga PHIC nag-offer ng pwede mas lower, 70-30, o pwede mas higher, 90-10. O sila na lahat ng babayan. Tingnan natin kung makasurvive ang operation nila for that. No? Then, pangalawang category is managed care plans. Insured makes monthly payments directly to the healthcare providers or they are the HCP. So, merong mga monthly na binabayad. Either ang group or individual insured. No? So ano itong mga HCPs? Una, it's HMO. No? Actually, yun na naririnig natin. Health Maintenance Organization. Ano sila? Sila yung organisasyon ng mga hospitals, healthcare providers, physician. Ano yung physician? Doctors, where members pay their monthly fee. So, itong mga hospital, mga healthcare providers, mga physician, nag-organize sila ng kanilang grupo. No? Then, ang ano nito is, pag just in case na ma-hospitalize yung kanilang mga members, hindi pwedeng mag-hospital sa labas ng hindi membro ng HMO. Hindi pwedeng mag-request ng doktor na hindi din doktor ng HMO. Okay? And then, magbabayad sila ng monthly sa HMO. Okay? Next naman is PPO. Behaves like indemnity, mayroong 80-20, and then may APA na ito. Ano yung IPA? Receives medical care from affiliate doctors and hospitals. So, ang HMO, meron talaga silang mga established, no, na physicians. Pero yung PPO, pwede silang mag-top ng mga affiliate doctors and hospitals. At saka, meron din silang insurance coverage. Diba, no? So, mas maganda sila konti kaysa HMO. Kasi ang HMO, confine lang talaga doon sa member physicians, member hospitals. So, itong merong mga affiliate yung PPO. Plus, meron pang insurance companies. Ito namang EPO, Exclusive Provider Organization, offer reduced cost when availing hospitalization with affiliated hospitals only. So, whatever the services of the hospitals. Kasi ang HMO, kasama doon ang physician. Itong EPO, taga-hospitals lang talaga ang kanilang. So, whatever is served within the hospital, you cannot request cross physicians from another hospitals with a certain specialization. No? Ano na talaga meron sa hospital. Then, point of service plan. So, hybrid of HMO. Ano yan? Merong group of hospitals, merong group of physicians, and then that allows hospitalization outside of its network. And behave like an indemnity. So, mas malawak. Pero kung i-analyze natin, itong point of service plan, mas mahal talaga ito kaysa HMO. No? Pero mo naman, tatanggap ng hospitalization maski hindi sa kanyang network. And then, 80-20 ang may share ang insured sa pagbayad on the settlement of the bills. Okay, the next slide will be the public health insurance companies. So sa atin, tawag dito PhilHealth. No? Okay, according to PhilHealth, 14% of the population now are not yet registered. So 86% na pala ang membership ng PhilHealth. Ang panahon PhilHealth ngayon, ito yung controversial government agency because of the COVID, na? Okay? Now, ano ang coverage ng PhilHealth? We have inpatient, we have outpatient. Ano yung inpatient? Ito yung tinatawag natin na na-admit sa hospital, in layman's term. Yung namang outpatient, hindi siya na-admit, pero pumunta pa rin ng hospital for examinations, consultations, and other outpatient services. Na hindi siya nag-occupy ng room sa for more than a day. Ang patient kasi, maski isang araw lang nag-stay sa hospital, inpatient ang tawag. And then we do have two worst categories that is being served by PhilHealth. We call it the Z benefits and the SDG. So what are these Z benefits? Leukemia, cancer sa dugo. No? The red blood cell is being eaten, or the white blood cell is eating the red blood cells. Leukemia. 120 over 80, makabaliktad na. 80 over 120. Na, mas malaki ang count. Naman, cancer sa breast, cancer sa prostate, cancer sa cervix. Ito din, selected orthopedic implants. O may nabali ka ng dito kamay, and then kukuha ng some part sa katawan mo, ilalagay dyan. No? Then fractures, bali. No? Then colon, cancer of the colon. Ano colon? Sa malaking bituka. And then cancer of the rectum, sa puwet. No? Sa puwet natin. And then renal or kidney disease. And then premature babies, 7 and 8 months old, and selected baby and children's diseases. Actually, the detail niya is available on PhilHealth. We also have SDG, malaria, HIV/AIDS, anti-tuberculosis, surgery, and animal bite. Yung mapaakan, makagat ka ng aso, lalo na asong ulol. Okay, then type of medical coverage with PhilHealth, hospitalization to include food, rooms, nursing care, routine services, and laboratory expenses. We also have surgical expenses, pag-opera. Physician expenses, yun yung PF ng surgeon, ng anesthesiologist, yung OB-GYNs, no? And then dental services. The next is real estate. Bahay. No? Usually bahay to subdivision, whatever. So property insurance, this is to guard against catastrophic losses of real and personal properties caused by perils such as fire, sunog, theft, kawat, nanakaw, vandalism, windstorms, and other calamities. Liability insurance as well offers protection against financial consequences that may arise from insured's responsibility for property loss or personal injuries to others. Now, we have types of exposure, both for property and liability. Property, physical loss to property. Ngayon, inventory of the property insured. Pero usually, ano to you have to define it, enumerate it during application. No? So, ma-identify yung magkano ba talaga ang need mo ng insurance. So, that it counts up kung magkano yung property mo. So, 1 million property mo, insure it for 1 million. Or later on, meron mga technicalities along that side. Then, identifying the perils against which the protection is desired. So, fire insurance, theft insurance. No? Next is loss through liability, negligence. It's a failing act to an unreasonable matter. Oh, nagluto ka sa hindi sa kitchen. So that's negligence, no? Then we also have here liability insurance. As discussed earlier, meron kang meron kang na-loss na property, then nasunog. Yung nasunog yung bahay mo, nasunog yung kanang kamay, kanang paa. So hindi ka na makapagtrabaho. So ang sagot din yan is liability insurance. No? Okay, we have here principles of indemnity. Sabi ng principles of indemnity, the insured may not be paid by the insurer in an amount exceeding the insured's economic loss, excluding life and health. So, 1 million ang insured mo, hindi yan actual 1 million ang babayad sa'yo. Hindi naman more than 1 million, no? The principle of business equity, no? Okay. So, meron tayong tinatawag dito na paano ka mababayaran? actual cash values against replacement cost. So meron kang inventory, 1.2 million, yun yung in-insure. Titingnan ngayon yung tinatawag na depreciation. To third year naman tayo, alam natin kung paano mag-compute ng depreciation, I suppose, using straight line method. No? Meron tayong tinatawag na salvage value. Meron na yung tinatawag na current value of the assets. No? So yun yung actual cash values, yun yung sa inventory and then replacement cost. Considering na you have to compute the depreciation of the assets. Yun ang sinasabi natin na hindi actual cash values ang bibigay ng insurer sa insured. Pero ba, subrogation, say for example, ang insurance nagbayad na ng 1 million sa'yo, 1.2 million. Ngayon, titingnan niya yung perils. Sino ba? Say for example, ano bang cause ng fire? Ay, sinunog ng isang tao. Hindi na ngayon yung taong yun. Kung may insurance ba yun? Okay? Kung may insurance yung taong yun, nakasali siya sa mortality or fatality ng fire, hindi kukunin yun sa subrogate. No? Pabayarin yung taong yun who engaged. Or, ano ba, nadamay lang sa insurance ng kapitbahay. Nadamay lang sa sunog ng bahay ng kapitbahay. So, gagamitin din yun just in case na at least subrogation. Another insurance clause, so prevents the insurer to make duplicate claim of an insurance. Sa life insurance, allowed ka kumuha ng maraming insurance and claim it all. Pero sa real estate, hindi po pwede yun. No? Isa lang dapat ang magbayad ng insurance. Kasi baka gawing negosyo. Himawa ako. May bayad ko 1.1 million. Kumuha ko ng 5 insurance. 5.5 million na. No? Hindi, sunugin yung bahay ko. Sunugin ko yung bahay ko. So, 1.1 million kung maging 5.5 million, hindi yan. Isa lang ang dapat magbabayad ng insurance. Kasi baka magiging profit-making instrument muna. No? Nakuha nyo? Yung other insurance clause, sa real estate lang yan, ha? Pero sa life, pwede yan. Okay? Okay, highlighted in yellow, perils, the causes of loss. So ito yun, theft, fire, vandalism, as defined by property insurance, yung storm, no? And other calamities. And comprehensive policy, comprehensive by the name itself, kung sa layman's term, nandun na lahat. No? Sa sasakyan kasi, during registration, you'll be asked of an updated insurance. Option mo yan. Kung ang kunin mo is third-party liability o tawag ng TPL or the comprehensive insurance. Pag TPL kasi, ang naka-insured lang yung nabangga, no? Yung nabangga lang. Either tao o bahay. So, yun lang limited sa TPL. Pero pag comprehensive, pati sira ng sasakyan, no? Pati insurance ng driver sa kanyang kasamaan. And that's comprehensive. Then that's the difference. And then next is name peril policy. Ano yan? Property and liability insurance, the individual names of the peril covered. So naka-state lang doon kung ano yung scope ng insurance. Say for example, bahay lang, no? So, hindi kasama ang laman ng bahay. Kuha niyo? Okay. Then, factors affecting home insurance cost. You have the type of structure. Ano yun? Materials, style, and age. Materials, ano ba siya? Light materials, puro kahoy. No? Then style, yung bungalow, whatever, bodega, na? And then age, gaano katagal na yung building structure itself, na? And then location. Ano yan? Local crimes rate. O baka naman, uso-uso ang sunugan sa lugar na yan. So, mahal ang magpa-insure dyan. Weather, o ano naman, daanan ng bagyo yung lugar na yan. And then proximity to fire hydrant, just in case. Ano yung fire hydrant? Yun yung ginagamit pang patay ng sunog. No? Yung nakatayo sa gilid ng kalsada. Kung saan kinakabit ng bumbero yung kanyang ahos. Okay? Malapit pa sa ganun. Of course, mas cheaper yun. Pag wala naman, mas mahal. Yun yung unang tinitingnan ng mga appraiser. Meron bang fire hydrant sa malapit sa lugar? Or ano ba, accessible ba siya sa fire trucks? No? Then other factors, meron bang swimming pool? Meron bang large dome? Then meron bang potential hazards on the proximity of the insured area, so the real estate property. Okay? The next is automobile or car insurance. The types of automobile insurance coverage, we have the PAP, Personal Automobile Policy. It's a typical insurance. Even typical, a common insurance. No? Ang cover niya, liability coverage. Bodily injury, and/or damage due to accident. So, yung nakabangga ka ng tao, liability coverage yun. Kasama yun kapag TPL talaga. And common, maski comprehensive exam, meron na included na liability coverage. Next is medical payments. Oh, na-hospital yung nabangga mo. Meron tayong medical reimbursement. Pwede rin na na-aksidente na na-hospitalize din yung driver or yung kasamahan na nasa loob ng sasakyan. Pwede rin yung pedestrians na nasagasaan. So yun yung mga medical payments in form of reimbursement. Di naman talaga kagaya kanina sa health insurance na 80-20. Hindi ganon, slightly lang siya. Then uninsured motorist coverage. Meet the need of innocent victims of accident. Wala naman siya, hindi siya directly hit, pero nagkaroon siya ng mga damages. No? Then physical damage that will, say for example, car damage according to collision. Ano yung collision? Head-on, banggaan. So ano yun? Damage ng sasakyan. So kasama yan sa PAP. No? Then comprehensive. Ano yung comprehensive? Lahat-lahat as I discussed earlier. Kasama na. Perils, accident, health insurance, life insurance, repair of the car damaged by the accident. Then factors affecting premium, rating territory, which means rates are higher when accidents. Rates are higher when accidents, number of claims, and the average cost of claims are also high. Ano yung rating territory? Yung bang ikaw, in-insured ka, palagi kang nagkamit na aksidente, higher rate ng accident mo. So, yung lugar din na saan ka nakatira, mataas yung rate ng accident dyan. No? Sa lugar na yan, ang dami ding claims ng insured. Ibig sabihin, yung mas mahal ang lugar na yung tendencies ng accident is very high. Okay? Next is use of automobile, yung mileage. Gaano ka haba na ba, katagal na ba tumatakbo yung sasakyan na yan? Of course, meron diyang kino-consider ang normal wear and tear, mechanical wear and tear, di ba? Ng mga sasakyan, lahat ng umiikot. And then din yung mga digital failures. Okay? The next is driver's personal characteristics. Oh, yung edad, sex, and marital status for demographic profile. Then type of automobile. Rates are proportional to intermediate, high personal sports, and rear engine models. Pag maliit yung murahin yung sasakyan, murahin din yung insurance. Kung mas mahalin din yung sasakyan, mas mahal din yung insurance companies together with the premiums. Then driving records nung nagda-drive, traffic violation, and accidents. Itong kanina, rating territory, yung sa area mismo ito. No? Madaming aksidente sa area na yan. Madaming claim of insurance sa area na yan. Ito naman, yung sa driver itself, yung traffic violations na incur ng driver na yan, together with the accident. Steps in claims settlement. Paano ba mag-settle ng claims for automobile insurance? You have to send notice to the insurance company. Kapag ikaw na-accident, you have to send notice to the company. And then the company will investigate. You will talk to witness or law enforcement officers and other data gathering tools to gather evidence. No? Then they have to establish the proof of loss. No? Or ikaw din mismo na insured yung car mo, we have to establish proof of loss. Your statement, nandun yung medical bills, nandun yung inventory of the damage of the car, and certified value of the lost property. Magkano ba talaga nawala? No? O nasira ng accident sa iyong car at saka sa sarili mo in terms of health, no? Or medical benefits. So ito yung ating mga activities. This is activity number 14. Explain in 3 sentences the importance of having insurance in any form. My salary, gross monthly salary is 10,000. Would an insurance of 500,000 peso be enough for me? And then why? Then we have here activity number 15. For you, what's the best insurance policy? Life insurance policy. 16, explain the difference of life and health insurance. Then describe what is our common and what are the difference between property and car insurances. That's all for today. We will be having only last chapter, that is managing investment after this. Okay? So, good afternoon once again.